Mr. Harmen, if you would please give us your full name and DOC number.
Marlen Harmen, 294846.
Mr. Harmen, let me explain our process to you. First, I'm going to read some information into the record, and then the board is going to conduct a parole interview with you. At the appropriate time, we'll allow those participants who've indicated they wish to have input to speak. You have currently today speaking in your favor is your sister, Ms. Kayla Ardoin, and your brother, Mr. Ricky Harmen. Also present but not speaking is Bridget Harmen, your sister-in-law. At the end of that hearing, you'll be allowed to make a brief statement before the board votes. Do you understand our process?
Yes, sir.
This is a matter of Marlen Harmen, DOC number 294846, date of birth February the 10th of 1973. He is a fifth felony offender. He has an adjusted good time date of January the 17th of 2024, full term date of November 14th of 2037. He is currently serving a 20-year, 4-month, and 23-day sentence for possession with intent to distribute methamphetamine, distribution of cocaine, 2 separate counts. Is that fairly accurate, Mr. Harmen?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Harmen, your case has been assigned to Mr. Pete Freeman. He will begin the process of interviewing you. Would you please answer any questions he may have?
Okay, Mr. Harmen, how old are you?
49.
Exactly how much time you've done in and out on these charges?
I've been gone since '09. I've been on the street 8 months, so 13 and a half years.
Not getting tired of prison yet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is your educational level?
I went to the 11th grade.
What were you doing prior to this arrest? Did you have a job?
No, sir. Not at the time.
All right, Mr. Harmen, according to the different arrest reports, it's mostly drugs. Well, it's all drugs this time. You were on supervision when this event happened, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were there minors involved when this happened? I mean, were minors in the home?
Yes, sir.
Whose children were they?
It was my kids, sir.
I mean, how do you feel about dealing drugs in front of your kids?
I wouldn't deal in no drugs in front of the kids, sir. Just that when the incident happened, they found the drugs in the house. But I feel bad about it.
And would you like somebody trying to sell drugs to your children?
No, sir.
Would care for that too much, would you? Okay. How old were you when you started using drugs?
I ain't never used drugs, sir.
So all you are is a dealer, never used.
I can't hear you.
I say all you are is a dealer, you've never used drugs?
Yes, sir.
You have a lot of drug arrests. That's kind of unordinary. So why were you selling drugs? Why? What made you think you needed to sell drugs?
And ain't no reason at all, sir. I was just made some bad mistakes in life.
How long have you been in this time?
4 years and 6 months with a year of good time. It's been 5 years and 6 months.
How long have you been at the work release center?
3 years.
Okay. What do they have you doing at the work release center?
I'm working at a warehouse right now. I've been working over there like 2 years, going on 2 years and 2 months.
How much money have you saved?
I save a couple $1,000, but I have to pay child support and pay other bills, hospital bills.
You still saving a little money? You sending any money home to try to help out with your children?
Yes, sir.
Sir, the one that was over the work release, jobs, what's your name again, sir?
Lieutenant Tadaro.
Okay, have you had any bad reports on his job, situation?
Marlen's been at this present job, like he said, for about 27 months. He had 3 jobs previous to that between February 20th and November 20th. But it was on that downside of COVID, and we were just filling in for people who had employees away. But he's been with his present employer since February of 20. I'm sorry, November of 20.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Harmen, do you have any consideration of maybe keeping this job on you if we were to grant you today?
No, sir. I got a job on Reinhardt landscaping company.
Who owns that?
That's in Lafayette, Louisiana.
What programs have you taken since you've been in jail this time?
I took the reentry program.
Probably not many other programs you could take being in the work release. Is there?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever taken any, let's see, I wrote them down.
I took all the reentry classes.
Right, but do you ever take any kind of substance abuse classes?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
I took
Okay,
the
you
one
did
in
Living in Balance 1 and 2.
your substance abuse class.
Yeah. You ever did AA meetings at all?
No, sir.
Law enforcement, you know, the DA is opposed, the sheriff is opposed. DA says he's opposed because you're on supervision when this happened. Your mother, Miss Lily Harmen, is unopposed. You had 3 other supervision periods that were revoked. I mean, what's your problem when you're on supervision? Why these things were revoked?
Revoked. I ain't never ever won I can remember.
Well, you had 2 when this happened because you was on for 2 other offenses.
I did a 90-day turnaround. I can remember that. But I don't remember it being revoked. I only had 1.
Okay, what is gonna be your transitional plan? Where you gonna live? Where you gonna work again?
And we plan on moving to Lafayette.
Who you gonna live with?
Me and my girl.
And your girl. Okay. Any plan on sobriety? I mean, you say you never did drugs. Did you ever drink?
Yes, sir. I drink on the weekend a little bit, but I don't drink as much.
You have a long criminal history that dates back to when you was 18 years old. I mean, you're already a 5th offender. I mean, 1 more offense and you'll probably be gone away for a long time. You're low risk. Warren, you have any comments? If y'all had any disciplinary problems with him?
There we go. No, sir, we have not at all. Like Lieutenant Sardano said, he's been in his current employment for almost, what, 27 months?
27 months.
27 months now with no issues, no infractions, and he's not had any issues in our facility at all.
I have no.
I have questions. Good afternoon, Mr. Harmon. The records I have show that you are the father of 12 children. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How many mothers is that?
That's 6.
6 mothers, okay. And I see that you've taken partners in parenting. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your takeaway from that?
Say it again.
What did you learn in partners in parenting?
I learned to be responsible for my kids, to be responsible and take care of them. And that's what I've been doing ever since.
Okay. What about their emotional and social development? Was anything touched on those kind of things?
Yes, ma'am. I learned to I really just learned to pay attention to them close and understand what they really need. And you know, I'm a parent. I'm a real father to my kids, though. To all my kids, I'm a father to my kids. I really love my kids, and they love me.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. When you went into DOC, that they asked about occupation and you put down no occupation. So how does no occupation and the father of 12 children, how that jive? Help me with that.
At the time I went to prison, I ain't have no occupation, but at the time I was working offshore. But at the time I got locked up, I didn't have occupation, but I've been working offshore. I had offshore jobs. I had a lot of jobs, different type of jobs.
So, but this time you told Mr. Freeman, if you're let go today, you're gonna go and do landscaping. That's what you said?
Yes, ma'am. They hired me for landscaping, a landscaping company.
All right, that's all I have. Thank you for answering my question.
Now we'll hear from your supporters. Mr. Ricky Harmen. Can you hear us? Yes, sir, we can hear you. Would you introduce yourself and tell us what you'd like us to know about your brother?
I can't hear you. Say it again.
Mr. Harmon, we're having trouble hearing you as well. You're breaking up. Can you hear me now?
My name is Ricky Harmen. 55 years of age. Marlen, you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Keep talking. Let me see.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, I hear you now. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello?
I don't know.
Hello?
I don't think you can hear us anymore.
My name Ricky Harmen. I'm 55 years of age, and my brother, I do believe. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Can you
Can y'all
hear
hear me?
us?
My phone breaking up. Hello?
No, we can hear you, but I
Hello?
don't think you can hear us.
Hello?
Mr. Harmon, I'm gonna give you a second to try to fix your phone. Let's go ahead and hear from Ms. Kayla Ordwan. Ms. Ordwan, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us what you'd like us to know about your brother.
Actually, Marlen is my fiance. I'm the
Oh,
girlfriend.
okay, I'm sorry.
Yes. 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 When y'all let him out, me and Marlen's gonna move to Lafayette and get us a place together. And he already
You're not
have his
sister
job.
also, are you?
No, I'm not the sister.
All right, okay.
No, I'm not. I'm the girlfriend, the fiance.
All right.
Yes. Yes. We're gonna get us a spot when y'all let him out. We're gonna get us a spot in Lafayette. and he have his job already lined up to start working once he get out. Reinhardt Landscaping and Design.
Thank you very much, Ms. Audubon. We appreciate your comments. Let's see if we can get Mr. Harmen back on the phone. Have we lost him?
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Okay, Mr. Harmen, Mr. Marlen Harmen, is there anything you'd like to say before the panel votes? We're going to try to get your brother back on, but his connection was very bad. If we can't get him back on, we're just going to have to move forward. So is there anything you'd like to say before the panel votes?
Yes, sir. I wish I get granted this parole because I really feel like I changed my life and I want to do better. And I feel like I'm a changed person.
Thank you very much. We have ready. Okay. Panel ready to vote?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Freeman?
Okay, Mr. Harmon, yours is a very intriguing case. Never seen someone deal so much drugs that is never used. And I think, yeah, I kind of think you wouldn't tell me quite the truth on that. I don't believe you sold all them drugs and never tried any of them. But I'm gonna take a chance on you. I'm gonna grant, because you would get out in a year anyway. You have done very well in work release. That shows you can hold down a job and you can support yourself with other ways besides selling drugs. But I'm gonna order that you have a substance abuse evaluation. They'll probably set it up with the Lafayette Day Reporting Center. And if they find out you have a problem, for you to follow any recommendations that they may have.
Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Ms. Wise?
Mr. Harmon, my vote is the same for the same reasons.
Mr. Harmon, you've got some good family support, even though we wasn't able to listen to your brother completely. It's obvious that he is supporting you. I'm glad to see that you're not marrying your sister, so that's a good thing. I concur with my colleagues. We will grant your parole. You've done well in the work release program, and you'll have to get a substance abuse evaluation and follow whatever treatment is recommended. So we hope not to see you again under these circumstances. Good luck to you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
One there.
Thank you.
Okay, so we will thank you very much at Lafourche. We appreciate your help. I'm gonna get out. I don't blame you.
Yeah.